overnight, American forces launched a major attack on suspected terrorist camps in the northwest of the country. The United States president claims many terrorists were killed and has credited the Department of War for the operation. Now, this follows years of escalating tension, with Nigeria previously being designated a country of particular concern over allegations of genocide against Christians, followed by orders for the Pentagon to prepare and conduct surveillance in the region. Now, this morning, our big question for you is a direct one. United States military strikes. Do you support the approach? Is this a necessary, decisive blow against terrorism that Nigeria's own forces have struggled to land? Or is it a dangerous violation of sovereignty that could inflame the region further? The lines are open now. And was this justified, or is it an overreach? Call us in on the numbers displayed on your screen so that we can hear your thoughts, or send us a WhatsApp message as well. But now, Maryam, looking at what happened overnight, we've seen that the United States president came out and declared that there was a strike on a terrorist den in Sokoto State. Now, according to the United States Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, he also praised the operation, thanking the Nigerian authorities. I want to highlight this. Thanking the Nigerian authorities for their cooperation and describing the mission as evidence of Washington's readiness to confront terrorism in West Africa. Now, we've seen different comments online so far when this strike happened, when the news of this strike reached people's eyes, I would say not ears, but eyes. And a lot have been complaining, and a lot have been asking if there was any collaboration or cooperation between the federal government and the United States government. And in all indications, there was, you know, a cooperation that went on for this attack or this strike to happen on a terrorist den. But what are your thoughts on it? And I'd like to hear from you on what you think, if it is actually an appropriate approach or not.
The U.S. president dropped it like a bomb, you know, the news.
Just like the bomb that they dropped
in his truth handle. But then again, we have our first caller.
Yes, we have our first caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Hauwa. Good morning, Maryam. It's Adamu calling from London.
Good morning, Ajay. Thank you for joining us. Go ahead with your thoughts.
Yes, I had the news in the night here, BBC, and I was so happy. But what makes me happy is that they are doing it in agreement with the Nigerian government, which means intelligence is being shared. So, and the president of America spoke last night, and I watched it this morning. He said they have just started. So probably they are taking to Northeast, where the ISWAP by Lake Shad side, where they are, where the Kenya Christian get the kidnapped that are giving back to children for them now in Lake Shad. That's what they told them. So I think they are taking it there again. So I'm happy. I'm very happy because the Nigerian government is agreeing with them to root out these people once and for all. America is a powerful country. Their intelligence is more than us. So, and they have the equipment. You don't need to be in Nigeria to strike. From their worship, you show the worship on BBC, you know, as it's just sending the bomb to them. So it's better so that people can go to their family north and live a peaceful life, and they won't. At least one on your TV this morning said they are in the mosque, and he watched his friend being killed by bomb. I mean, that will live in his memory for life. What sort of life is that? So they will panic to go to mosque again. What sort of country is that? So if America wants to help us, and as they are helping now, everybody will be happy. Let them be wiped out. Babangida spoke yesterday, said we should not pardon every one of them. No meeting, just wipe off the terrorists. That's the only thing we have to do for everyone to be living in peace in Nigeria. We are one country, so people can travel anywhere they want. So anybody is opposing this, it needs to be queried. We need to find out what's going on. In the past, they have been pardoned, giving them uniform, white uniform. They say they are repentant. They went back again, committing the same thing. You see? So this is good news for us in the diaspora, so that nobody will panic to travel to any part of Nigeria again. beautiful, or they are starting on. What makes me happy is that the defense of war in America said they have just started. So they are going to wipe all of them away. So by in the new year, people can go to mosque and feel happy, go to their farm and feel happy. So that's my hope. May God protect Nigeria, God uphold Nigeria, and God bless Nigeria. Good morning, ladies.
All right, thank you very much, Adi, for that. Now, Maryam, I wanted to point out another vital information, like aside from the cooperation between the United States and the federal government, that is the Nigerian government, the United States Department of Defense has confirmed that the American forces had conducted the strike at the request. Exactly, at the request of Nigerian authorities, but declined to provide operational details. Let's take our next call, and I'd like to hear from you after we're back from this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us. What is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Chris Obona. I am calling from Abuja. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Go ahead with your thoughts.
Yes, am I also Trust TV?
Yes, you are.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. Yeah, good morning. I am 100% support of what is happening right now. I woke up this morning and I saw this great news and I was very, very, very happy. And this is what our country, Nigeria, cannot do for us. Another country is doing for us. For more than a decade now, that we, Nigeria, are dying every day we are dying. And the government keep adamant of what is happening. And they are never comforted anything to do. They did not value of any of us. They want everybody to go. And another country have rise up to rescue us from this quagmire, which has taken many lives, thousands of lives in Nigeria have gone down just because of banditry and terrorism. I believe, and I am praying for the United States of America, especially Donald Trump, if he can continue to do what he's doing, and the promise he has made to us, that he will wipe out the terrorists and allow citizens to go freely and do their normal duties, I think it's the things of joy, the things to reckon with. See, the things that Nigeria, every citizen of Nigeria who meant well for this country, we continue to pray every day of his life that this man meant well for us. I want to pray that he will continue to do what he's doing, and I tell the business to go on and move ahead of them and bring all of them to justice. All of them are not worried to move or to live again. We have suffered a lot. We have suffered. Many Nigerians have sold their land just to rescue their loved ones from their hands of the kidnappers. Many of Nigerians have borrowed, they cannot even borrow, say, in the next 2 decades, just because of a group of people who are doing their evil acts. Please and please, religion has never helped anybody in this country. Religion has never done anything good for anybody in this country. What we need in this country is unity. We want to live together in peace. We want to live together in love. We want to live together in oneness. We don't want to continue to do what is happening in Afghanistan and other Middle East that are suffering what are suffering today. Enough is enough. We have suffered a lot in this country. So I want General Trump to go on and on in support of the government if they can able to give him assistance. To wipe out these very people, these very bastard people who are destroying this country, who are making miserable of this country, who are making caricature of this country. Nigeria is a big enough to fight, to confront our problems. But they feel adamant, especially this present government. The last government and this present government, they could not do anything. But if this country, United States of America can do it for us, we are going to be happy. We are going to be happy. Kudos for USA. Kudos for USA. Thank you very much. Long life, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much for that.
So, according to what he said in his truth handle yesterday night, he described the strikes as powerful and deadly in his words. And he warned the ISIS militants to halt attacks on Christian communities in Nigeria. He said there are many more strikes to come if the Christian genocide do not really stop. We have another caller.
Next caller. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, ma'am.
Thank you for joining us. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Mr. Sam.
Sam, calling from Sokoto.
Good morning, Mr. Sam. Go ahead with your thoughts.
Yeah, the discussion this morning is whether the airstrike on what the U.S. is. For me, I support 100%. I think the U.S. support is timely and welcome at this moment. We have seen that the Nigerian government, indirectly or directly, does not have the capacity or the political will to take down these terrorists, these bandits. I would say it's not that we don't have the capacity or the manpower, but the political will is missing. That is what the Nigerian government does not have. And it is that political will that Donald Trump, the president of the United States, has. I love that man because he's a straightforward man. What he wants to do, he says, and he will deliver on it. But in Nigeria, our politicians, they will think what they don't want to do, and they will also tell you what they will never do. They will tell you that they will do it when they become president or when they come into that post. So it is a good collaboration. We should not be tired of 1 minute silence for the dead. To only get every time I see on the television, what I hear is this one died, 20 died, 50 died. And our politicians just feel as if nothing is happening. Look at the list of the people that they say they finance terrorists. What is it done to them? So this collaboration is a collaboration, is not invasion. You know, when Donald Trump said this in the person, people began to say he wants to invade. How is that possible? I knew that man that anyway he talks anyhow, but he knows what he's saying. But they say he wants to invade, how will he invade? But this is what it means, a collaboration. And I thank you that the Nigerian government agreed to that collaboration. They did not politicize it. They welcome the U.S. and look at what is happening now. This is just the first one. And they say many more is coming. They want that many more to come. So that these terrorists can be wiped out. And one thing is very important also. As they are doing it, let them extend it to our neighbors, the neighbors nation. It's very important because most of the terrorists they come from this place, from Niger, from every up region there. It should also extend it so that they will put them far back, because when they finish this one and they don't put even tax into other nations in, you see that these people will go and find their way back to Nigeria. So we'll just continue that practice. So they find the way also to collaborate with our neighbors, the Niger, Mali, all these places, we should collaborate with them so that they will take them far away into the ocean, where they will go to find out into Nigeria. God bless our own president also for agreeing to collaborate. God bless the Ministry of Defense and everybody that is involved in this. I wish them success in their next operation. God bless us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sam. Now, for clarity's sake, there's another statement released by the Nigerian Ministry of Foreign Affairs released early on Friday, and they confirmed the airstrikes, describing them as precision hits on terrorist targets conducted within the framework of bilateral cooperation and international law as well. And they made mention that the Nigerian authorities remain engaged in structured security cooperation with international partners, including the United States of America, in addressing the persistent threat of terrorism and violent extremism. Now, looking at it and them saying that it is a bilateral cooperation and a framework of international law, well, I believe that this cooperation has been seen through thoroughly when it comes to surveillance, when it comes to making sure that all the details and the data that has been done during reconnaissance is vital and is I would say verified as well, so that they can hit those targets that need to be hit. But let's say
I wanted to add something, but let's speak the caller first. Right. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Thank you for calling. Your name and location, please.
Good morning, Ismail.
Okay,
Ismail. Ismail, go ahead with your thoughts.
Yeah, I'm very much excited this morning to see this headline.
very, very excited. This shows that it's a very good collaboration between the Nigerian government and also the U.S. And I also thought they shouldn't put the effort to push out those sponsoring the terrorism in this country. I hope they should do that. Irrespective of the capacity of the order involved. Being a traditional ruler, being a government official, being a politician, whoever the people there, I believe the U.S. has people of everything. They should help us in apprehending all these people. I think that is when we are going to take this country. That is one. Secondly, I hope, not on just on kind for Niger, I hope they should extend this to Niger State, most particularly to the local government. In our forest, we have a lot of them in our forest. I hope they should extend this to them. And thirdly, I hope, because people have their roots, all the weapons and ammunition they are using are not manufactured in this country. I believe they brought it up, they bring them in. We have a porous border, most especially in our place here, in the local government. We are sharing border with Benin. So that most especially they come in through all those routes. So I pray our government should do a lot, at least in making sure that the border around them who are very well situated. Because we are facing a lot of mess as far as our local government is concerned. We have, as I said earlier, we have a lot of them in our forest. A lot of them in our forest. And I pray God should sustain Nigeria and also give them the ability to apprehend all the bad things we have in this country. And as I said earlier, they should help us to test out this sponsoring them. May God bless the defense, and may God bless USA, and may God also bless Nigeria. Good morning.
Thank you very much, Ismail. You know, that statement from Ministry of Foreign Affairs came shortly after the uproar when the news came that U.S. has sent airstrike. Lots of Nigerians, especially on, you know, the netizens
on
were
social
like,
media,
yeah,
yes,
without permission, you know, lots of speculations and uproar, and why will they send that?
Because, you know, from the beginning, when there was a declaration that the United States would have a strike or would come guns blazing into Nigeria and attack those, eliminate, I would say, those terrorists. It felt like with that declaration, there was no collaboration between the United States and the federal government. Yeah. But for further clarification, it made mention that the intelligence cooperation, or the cooperation, includes intelligence sharing and strategic coordination while respecting Nigeria's sovereignty and international legal obligations. So, and the most important part that a lot of people are questioning is Nigeria's sovereignty safe? Now, according to the statement, it said while protecting Nigeria's sovereignty. But let's take our next caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, and you are doing very well.
Thank you very much. Your name and location?
Yeah, I'm calling from Jalingo. My name is John.
All right, thank you for calling in, John. Go ahead with your thoughts.
Yes, I think this step that has been taken by America, and indeed the Nigerian authority, is the best step so far. The people of Nigeria have died and died and died and died. People were saying it is not good for the Americans to come. That is the best thing that the Americans have done for us so far. And that is the best thing that the country leadership have also accepted and bowed to this noble cause. I think those people that were saying that these people are their brothers, the Americans should not only stop on that, they should go after these people that they are saying they are their brothers, to also get rid of them in this country, or also stop them from going out of this country to any country in the world. These people are part of the evils we have in Nigeria. We thank you people for helping us to air out our views. Trust TV, wonderful TV. We thank you all for what you are doing. The people of this nation are getting a lot of information from you people, and we will continue to support you with our prayer. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, John, for that.
So there are fears, you know, lots of, especially from the northern side, because there are villages and there's some
Areas,
villages, small
yes,
villages
absolutely.
in these areas that are being targeted, and there are a lot of fears from these villages that they might as well attack their villages too.
Scared of
and also
casualties, yes.
most Nigerians do not really trust the US government.
Absolutely. It is due to previous track records, obviously, but as this is going on now, and as long as the targeted people, or the people that are meant to be targeted, are the ones that are getting those strikes, I believe there shouldn't be any problem because the Nigerian is tired of all the insecurities going on. And as long as the federal government is doing it with proper and clear-cut collaboration and making sure that it is something that is done in the benefit, for the benefit of Nigerians, then I believe Nigerians would not have any problem with what is going on.
We have another caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my sister.
Thank you for calling. Your name and location?
Thank you
very much. Same to you.
My name is Usula Friday, calling from Apocalypse, my state.
Thank you for calling in. Go ahead with your thoughts.
What I want to comment that their approach is very good. But you know, America, they have no friends. What they have is interest. Their approach is good. If they have a genuine mind to come and help Nigeria. Because anything that they can do to wipe out the Boko Haram, it is very, very good approach. But America, I know them, they always have interest, not even friends. They not come and they at least the problem we are trying to solve, and they create a more problem. But what if they don't have a mind of coming to help us? Because America cannot give you something free. They always calculate what they can get. But the approach is good. Because anything can do to wipe out the Boko Haram is very good. They can afford him solving the problem of Boko Haram. Then they will come back to the normal, peaceful status that is known for. But what I'm having, the other side is that they make, because nothing is free. Nothing is free. But we are asking God to help us to make sure that they have a new mind for coming to solve our problem, because just people have suffered in the hands of the Boko Haram. That is my own thing. And that is that our government should cooperate with them if they really have a genuine mind. Because sometimes, you know, they have the bitter cola is sound in the mouth, always the test of it. But we are also asking God to make the sound of the bitter cola, let the test of the bitter cola and the sound, let it not be negative against Nigeria. Let it be doing to no help. Let it not become after we say another thing. Because the coming to actually control what is happening in another country. Sometimes they may be dictating what will be happening for Nigeria different states. But all I know is that if they have genuine mind to come and help us, good and fine. Anything that I can do to wipe out the Boko Haram, until we come back, and the prison will be going, because it's affecting the people and everything. The hunger is what is bringing them. They're not more going to their farm. And if they go to their farm, the food will be very cheap, and people will be choosy. But they solve it now, everything will come back to the normal way. But if they have anti-interest, negative interest, if they have a hidden interest to come in to help Nigeria, nothing is free. But I know that God will help us to make them have a genuine interest. Helping Nigeria look around with God, and they will not have a negative implication of coming for them coming to help us. Thank you. That's my own contribution.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much for that. I believe we have a couple of WhatsApp messages, and the first one is from Damilari from Bauchi State. He says, "Good morning, Trust TV. God bless the United States of America, and God bless Donald Trump. Indeed, America is God's own country. I'm very happy with this development. The Nigerian president should learn from Trump. You don't just talk and talk, but you go into action after talk. Our prayers to God are being answered. I am 500 trillion% in support of the strike on the terrorists. If the United States soldiers are still in Nigeria, please, they should come to my place in Bauchi to relax and refresh." All right, thank you very much, Damilari, for that. All right, we have another caller on the line. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. It's Mr. Tinubu.
Good morning, Tony Eze. How are you doing this morning?
Fine, thank God.
All right. So what is your take on this issue?
Yes. No, so, it's yes, Nigeria is coming to but what is happening just as a result of our leaders do what they're supposed to do. If not, I don't see any business that country here do. But this is as a result of our leaders not doing what they're supposed to do. This is when our late president, Muhammad Buhari, was in power. That they named the names of those that are sponsoring all these terrorists in Nigeria. Those will be really saying that they used to withdraw money from them, taking money and destroy. See, this, we didn't know anything about it. But if it's in a country that is serious, those names that are given, by now, some of them supposed to be in court. By now, some of them supposed to be in jail. But we didn't hear anything about it. All the things that is happening now is as a result of our leaders not doing what they're supposed to do. It's not a good news, seeing that America is coming to the school, while we have leaders that have been paying with our taxpayer money, that have authority with all the money that is coming to our port. Yes, they can't keep us safe from the hands of criminals. It's quite unfortunate too. But this has happened. We don't know what it will be to people, but we pray to God. Let it end peacefully. That is only my prayer. Good morning.
Thank you very much.
Easy for that.
Well, a message from Reverend Father David Anula from Abuja says, "Good morning, Nigerians. American troops bombing the terrorists is a Christmas present for all Nigerians. We anticipate more of the strikes in the coming days. Terrorism is a crime against humanity. It must not be allowed. We're waiting for people like Sheikh Gumi, who warned against the U.S. attacking his terrorist brothers. He should rally the extremists and do their worst. I must add this, anyone who kick against the strike and subsequent ones, such rascals should be arrested ASAP, or better still, the U.S. should target such individuals. God bless the United States. They might not be right in their foreign policies. They might not be right in their foreign policies, but hey, they are right on this one." Thank you very much for the message.
All right, I believe we have another call. We have Shatima Kodima calling from Maiduguri. Hello, good morning, Shatima.
Good morning. Good morning, Maryam.
Good morning, Shatima. Thank you for calling.
Thank you. Good morning, Trust TV family. Good morning, Nigeria. This is Shatima Kodima calling from Maiduguri.
Go ahead.
Well, honestly speaking, we really appreciate. We really appreciate. What we are looking for is the peace of Nigeria. What we are looking for is pre-Nigeria, the Nigeria that we know in the 80s and 70s, where you can fly anywhere without fear. Look at the way our brothers celebrate Xmas this year. It's very, very unfortunate. They celebrate Xmas in extreme fear, which is not supposed to do. And this is a shame on the face of Nigerian government. You are running the government, but you cannot maintain the peace of the country. It's very, very unfortunate. How can you allow unskilled people to overpower your military because of politics? It's not that overpowering is not real, but it's politics. They are not supporting the military in the best way they can. The chiefs of armies and other ranks of the ranking, it's very few among them that they are doing sincerity. They garnish their work with politics. Honestly speaking, I pity the soldiers. Look at them in the bush. They left their family. They are running about to keep the peace of the country, but somebody inside office, he is giving directives wrongly because of his benefit. But this is a welcome development. If at all we will have peace, and we are hoping and praying Almighty Allah to intervene, to eliminate all these menace that is happening. May Allah see us through. May Allah keep our country safe. Thank you so much and have a nice day.
Thank you very much, Shatima, for that.
Thank you very much, Shatima.
I believe we have another message from Sharif Muhammad Siambola from Jigawa State, and he says, good morning and happy holidays. First, let me say clearly, I'm a Nigerian and I strongly believe in the sovereignty of my country. No patriotic Nigerian is comfortable with the idea of foreign countries acting independently within our borders. That said, what we're seeing here is not an invasion or foreign military acting on its own. This is intelligence cooperation and joint counterterrorism efforts, which is normal in today's world. Terrorism is not something any country fights alone. The key point for me is this: Nigeria remains in control, civilian lives must be protected, and our institutions must be strengthened, not weakened. If cooperation helps us target terrorists more precisely and protect innocent Nigerians, then it should be properly understood, not misrepresented. So yes, sovereignty matters, but so does security, and both can coexist when handled responsibly. All right, thank you very much, Sheriff Muhammad Siambola.
We have another caller. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, ma.
Thank you for calling.
Daniel.
Okay. Where are you calling from?
Calling from Jalingo.
Go ahead.
Good morning, Daniel. Go ahead with your thoughts.
Yes. They say there is time for everything. Yes, this is the right time that the U.S. military are doing the best for us. This call has been here since 2018, April, when the people like Senator Dino Malai cried out at the floor of the Senate and supported by the Deputy Senator, that is Ukwero Madu. Dino lost his seat because of this call, I'm sure. When he called for Nigeria to ask for foreign intervention, this level, the money we wasted for budgeting in defense for the past almost 6-7 years now, we will have not wasted that money. I don't think that we call in time. In fact, it will have been okay for us. But anyway, God has his own way of doing things in a godly way. So we are in support of that, what they are doing now. My advice to Nigerian government is on the border. At the end of the day, I solicit that they should seal the border. People who are saying that they have relation in Katsina, in Niger, I've stayed in the Bawe local government. I've moved those borders. I know what is happening in that area. Jibia, Idris, Zango, Yankwashin, Jigawa, all those borders, I've passed through those places. I've seen how people move freely. It's not the best. You cannot tell us that because you have brothers in US, so they should not, US should not restrict movement from Nigeria to them in the United States. It's wrong. So the Nigerian government should try and seal those our borders so that if you are coming, we know who you are, who are you, what are you coming for. Issue of relationship, all of us have relations outside. But we follow due process in coming in and going out. So I think that is a good development. In fact, I'm very happy to hear the news this morning from Fox before going through my phone. So God bless Trust TV. You people are doing very wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Daniel, for that.
Thought. Another message is coming from Nandi Bete from Ogoja. It says, good morning, Trust TV. For over a decade now, Boko Haram, ISWAP, bandits and terrorists have turned part of this country into a war zone. So many innocent lives have been lost, with millions now living as internally displaced persons under unacceptable, despicable conditions. Whatever it will take to end this reign of terror is very welcome, and since the US is acting in collaboration with Nigerian military intelligence, the approach is welcome. We crave for a return to normalcy in this country. Thank you for your message, Nandi Bete.
All right, we have another caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Hauwa.
Fine, thank you. But what is your name and where are you calling
from? Katsina State, local government and IT ward.
All right, thank you for joining us. Go ahead with your thoughts.
My name is Nuruddin Radio.
Good morning, Nuruddin. Go ahead.
I'm very happy to see this strike 100%.
Okay.
Because our leadership is bad, totally bad. That is all.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Nuruddin, for that.
You know, just yesterday, according to what Trump wrote in his Truth account, he said the strikes, the airstrike yesterday, caused multiple deaths for caused the death of many terrorists, and that's a very welcome one.
But you know, the thing is, and one of the issues that a lot of Nigerians are raising is that there is that lack of trust towards the United States. There's that skepticism when it comes
for a particular reason.
That skepticism, because at the end of the day, a lot of people say that, even critics say that, when the United States offers you a helping hand, they want something ginormous in return. They want a lot in return. And, you know, thinking that there is an ulterior motive, but at the end of the day, it is up to the federal government to make sure that all their affairs are in order, making sure that Nigeria is not taken advantage of, and what needs to be done is done, and that is just it.
There was an agreement. It was a request. So I believe things have been sorted out before the airstrike, kind of.
Maybe. All right, we have another caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Kindly turn down the volume of your television so that we can hear you clearly. No, please turn down the volume. All right, we can hear you now. Go ahead. All right, we lost that caller. Make sure you call us in. But first, as the rule of engagement, while calling in, make sure you turn down or switch off your TV set so that we can hear you clearly and put your point across as well. Now we have another caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us. What is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Ali from Sokoto.
All right, go ahead with your thoughts.
Really what happened last night. This bomb, it has been launched by one innocent village near Jabalo, for example. It's not terrorist. Those people, they are innocent people. But
so you are in Sokoto, and you are saying that the strike that happened in Sokoto were not on terrorists, they were on innocent people.
They are on innocent people.
And how can you verify this information that you're giving to us?
They verified that this local government, the place in this bomb was just down at the one bush. He never destroyed anybody. But the village there, it's not terrorist. It is innocent people.
All right. Now
this is only my contribution.
All right. All right. Thank you very much. You're in Sokoto, and would believe that you would have so much information in there in Sokoto, and we appreciate this information that you're pushing forth towards us.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that. Now,
thank you for having me.
Yes, thank
you. Like I mentioned, according to what Trump said, he said the airstrike resulted in the killing of multiple ISIS terrorists. And here, a native of Sokoto, close to the village, in Sokoto, is saying that, something else.
Saying that strike was not on terrorists, it was on innocent people and some bushes as well. So there's so much to straighten out when it comes to the details of these strikes this strike that just happened overnight. We have another message from Adamu Muhammad Usman from Kapung Hausa in Jigawa State. And he says, good morning to everyone. Well, to this regard, I welcome United States or any other foreign support to help my country, Nigeria, to tackle or stop the terrorist activities in the country. But I am not in support of the United States military strike in Nigeria because I am not sure that the United States' intention and support is realistic, pure, and holistic at the moment. The United States' recent stand came with sentimental decision, and it was just a partial judgment. Also, why shouldn't the United States come into our rescue since till now? Also, on the line of the strike, innocent people or community can be hurt. Why not the United States to use other means of apparatus to face the terrorists, like use of drones, etc.? Or let also the United States collaborate with Nigerian government to wipe away the terrorists. I appeal to Nigerians to dwell into prayers and seek God Almighty's help and intervention on the issue. Ya Allah, come to our aid and make it easy for us. Thank you very much, Adamu Muhammad Usman. Now, according
it's just
to
like you
reports
mentioned,
from the federal
everybody is
government,
just being sarcastic about.
Not necessarily sarcastic, but now according to according to the federal government, there is a collaboration between the United States and the federal government in making sure that they do strike and attack these terrorists. But let's take our next caller and we'll continue this conversation. Hello, good morning.
Morning, how are you?
We're doing fine, thank you. Hope you're doing well too. What is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Idris from Borno State.
All right, thank you for calling in. Go ahead with your thoughts.
I support the strike Air Force by the US to bring intervention in Nigeria, because this is what we are waiting for since. Because since the government failed to protect the lives of the people of Nigeria, and what the US try to do is welcome development. And I want the government to investigate what this man said from Sokoto. He said he strikes not on the Boko Haram or either. So we cannot deny him, but we need the government to investigate. But what he has tried to do is welcome the government. So I support 100% for their effort.
Thank you very much for calling. I want to say skeptical, and there's something just. Thank you very much for calling us.
All right. You were saying?
I wanted to say everybody has been skeptical at this time.
Yes.
You know, lots of people, like we mentioned, like you said earlier, the fear of the unknown. What is the ulterior motive? We all know Trump will just come overnight to just throw the airstrikes without something.
I would say
That's the
Trump,
fair.
it's the United States as a whole and their track records from past presidents as well, offering help or offering to come in and end terrorism, but at the end of the day, they leave the countries in ruins. At this point, this is one thing that Nigerians I know are praying not to happen. They're praying that even if there's a collaboration or cooperation between the federal government and the United States, they do their due diligence in making sure that the targets that are meant to be targeted are the ones that are getting the strikes. Innocent people, innocent Nigerians are not touched. Innocent people don't get, the end of, that backfire when it comes to targeting those terrorists. But I believe we have another caller. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you for calling in. What is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Nelson. I'm calling from Plateau State.
Thank you for calling in. Go ahead with your thoughts.
About the strike, it's commendable, but it's also something we also need to be circumspect about when you're talking about it. Now, the U.S. and the Nigerian government have to precision in sending this missile. Now, people are already saying that the location this missile landed is actually a location where there are more innocent citizens than even the terrorists. That's within any terrorist. That's according to what people have been saying, both on social media and from what I just heard the other guys from Sokoto say. So now they know where the people live. The technology can point where they live. So what the Nigerian citizens are after is the precision in striking these terrorists. It's something they can do in less than 48 hours. Matter of fact, in less than 24 hours. So please, whatever they are doing, they should try as much as possible to do it well. We don't want to hear at the end of the day that innocent citizens are the ones that are receiving that. That's my take on this.
All right, thank you very much for that. The biggest concern that everyone has is making sure that innocent Nigerians' lives and properties are safe. People are not being killed. People are not they don't become, you know, casualties when it comes to these airstrikes. And that is one fear that is quite understandable. And aside from that, understanding that, is there an ulterior motive, as you said, skepticism when it comes to the United States' interest in all of this?
And you know, the nature of the northern Nigeria, we always have small villages and big forests.
Absolutely.
There are rural settlements also.
Exactly.
So what if it affects these innocent people? That's the fear right now.
These reconnaissance, you know, the gathering of information and all that gathering of data needs to be done very meticulously.
Exactly.
It needs to be done very precisely, because the way the landscape of Nigeria is put out, it needs to be something that has to be precise, and it needs to absolutely target those that needs to be targeted. Now, at this point, we've seen this airstrike that has happened in Sokoto State. We've heard different opinions and thoughts from Nigerians, and we have had feedback as well from a person in Sokoto. But at this moment, every Nigerian is hoping that these airstrikes, or these strikes that might continue, are targeted towards those terrorists that are meant to be eliminated. At the end of the day, Nigerians are tired of this insecurity. And with this declaration of a collaboration or cooperation between the federal government and the United States, I hope the federal government will look out for Nigerians, innocent Nigerians' lives and properties at this point. And I hope we have started seeing the end of insecurity in Nigeria. And with that, we've come to the end of this segment. We'll be going on.